Cause so many time passed by. Don't know why I'm losing my mind. Ego was so strong inside. At this point I just lived a lie. I just lived a lie. I wish I could tell you why. I wish I could feel you again, but I know it's too late, and I know you're away. There's a chance to apologize. Nah, nah, nah. It's a goodbye, just a goodbye. Forever and ever, you never come back. Just a goodbye, forever goodbye. I sit in my ride, thinking about you. Drive through the night, I got nothing to lose. Strobe city lights, they can tell me the truth. Tell me what I should do, I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose, thinking about you. Drive through the night, I got nothing to lose. Strobe city lights, they can tell me the truth. Tell me what I should do, I got nothing to lose. I sit in my so many time passed by. I saw you last time. This is my last ride. I wish we're gonna see us on the other side.
So as you can see, I've finally got the dash back together and I'm pretty happy with it. Got the aftermarket gauges in, painted the standard ones to sort of match, and yeah, put a few little decals on the face, and I also painted the rev limit to sort of match the original. I also had to make up some bits for the blinkers on both sides. That was a two-part thing. I wanted the indicator, but I also wanted to get rid of, there was a high performance gauges thing that lit up at the bottom of each gauge, which I didn't like, so yeah, I got rid of those. I also, with the warning lights, I messed around. I was going to put sort of the standard ones in, and then I thought, well, I'm going with this orange and blue theme. Seeing I was going with the orange and blue theme, I thought, well, I'll make these lights orange and blue. The standard ones were red, and they had your belts, your alternator, your oil, and your brakes. Now, I had to make a bit of perspex across there, and then I got some old, one of my wife's Tupperware containers for the backing bit, and painted them and put it on the standard bulb holder. I searched and searched to try and get a decent font for the warning lights, but I just couldn't find it. So I had these decals, so I thought, yeah, I'll use them. So Hardtop, obviously, for brakes, Golf, because it's the Golf orange and blue scheme. That's your oil pressure. Bosch for your alternator, because we'll be running a Bosch alternator. And the belt is an old school seatbelt manufacturer, so that can be for the belt warning. So yeah, that's how I came up with that. I thought it's pretty easy to change if I don't really like it, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. There's a few things with the lever I'm still not 100% happy with. I've got to fix how this joins up. It's not quite matching up. You know, the carbon fiber bits look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how the carbon fibers come up. I've also, garbage truck's just arrived. I've also made a little, this was the standard blanking plate for an air conditioning vent, so that just lifts off, and that's got, that's all my electrical interface, so that's the power control module. So all my electrics will be running through there, so that's nice easy access, and it just clips back on. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. taken me way longer than I thought. Like I said, the lever it's got a few ripples here and there, which I would like to try and get out. I'm going to have a bit of try and play with it. This also needs a little bit of adjusting to match up with that. The vents, I put a lot of work into those vents. There's 3 or 4 hours in those vents. I stripped them completely apart, cleaned them, and polished them. And they also had a bit of a bow just from 50 years of sun, so that the insides were actually bowing in a little bit. So I just carefully heated those up with a heat gun and got those straight. The other one's the same. It was bowing in only about a mil or so, but it was noticeable. So yeah. So yeah, guys, that's it for the dash for now. A bit of fine tuning and that around the joint. I'm pretty happy with it. I like the colours. I like the combination of the leather and the carbon. I'm pretty happy with how the gauges turned out. They were a lot of work, a lot of modifications. Some shit I had to do 2 or 3 times. It's a real time sucker doing all this really fine detail work. And I'm only working in the garage. I don't really have access to specialist tools or anything like that, so it is time consuming. So now the dash is done, I'm just going to keep it together, let it all get used to each other. I won't put it in the car now because the next stage I want to do is all the stuff behind the dash. I've got the heater box and fan and all that. I want to go through making stuff lighter. That's the whole theme of this car, is lighter, faster, lighter. So yeah, if I can save some weight there, I will. There's the vents as well, which I want to pull apart and go through, and just anything behind the dash that I can do now before I install the before I install the front of the dash. Anything behind, that's my next job. It doesn't have to look pretty, most of it's hidden. I mean, I'll probably go overboard like I usually do, but then once that's in, whether I continue with some of the interior, or I really should, once I've installed the dash, probably do the wiring. I mean, that's what stopped me doing the wiring, was the dash. So once I've got that installed, it'll be wiring, I suppose. And yeah, it's taking a lot of time, a lot more time than I'm really happy about. And to be honest, I'm a little bit burnt out after this dash. It'll be good to move on to other stuff, you know, as you start working on stuff, and the more and more you do, the less and less it becomes, the novelty wears off, and you start to go, oh, I'm sick of working on that bloody thing, which is pretty much, I'm sick of working on this thing now. And you know what, like, I don't know how you guys feel about it. It is a different look, but the wife and kids really liked it. I'm sort of like, yeah, it's okay, but I've been staring at every single little bit and detail for friggin' months now, and I'm sort of sick of the sight of the thing, you know. So I'm a little bit sort of over it. I'm hoping I can just wrap this up, put it away, and yeah, in a couple of months when I get back to it, I can open it and go, yeah, I'm really happy with that. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. Like, subscribe, whatever. You know it is. You know what the story is. See you later.
1973 Audi Barolo 1000 is off. 1,000 kilometers of torture for man and machine. A classic race that is like no other. An enduro in the fullest sense of the word. Never lost. From happiness to despair. From love to giving. Yet they come back each October with their machines to all automobile events. The Bathurst 1000. Moffat, perilously close, escapes the whirling debris from the crashed Mazda and the threat of puncture or mechanical damage. He flees down the mountain from the carnage, while for Brock, blue smoke and the shriek of tortured rubber signals a shattered tire. Nothing can stop Moffat now. Victory is his.